When I started working as an actor many years ago, I was being given the narration for my very first film. And the director and the producer and everyone started talking about it. And they went on for 2.5 hours. And I listened with rapt attention. And I was waiting and waiting and waiting. And when they finished, I was still waiting. And I said, "Where are my lines?" So they said, "You've got 4 songs." So things have gotten better since then. Actresses get to do a little bit more now. But frankly speaking, my biggest concern is that 100, 200 years from now, if someone were to look at film archives and look at the films of the years 2000, they would imagine that women of this time wore really short clothes and hung around with men 3 times their age, and that's all they did. It's not an accurate representation of what women in our times are like at all. You know, you're all women and men of today, you know that's not what women do. We don't sing and dance around water bodies and hang around men 3 times our age. There are frankly 3 kinds of roles in the Hindi film business. There's the babe, there's the Bhabhi, and there's the Beeji. And also, the Bhabhi and the Beeji often end up behaving like the babe. So what is babe behavior? Babe behavior is wearing clothes 2 sizes too small, looking hopelessly, helplessly like you want to be rescued at the man that's closest to you, and laughing loudly at not very high quality jokes, mostly those cracked by men. So that is the definition of babe. And as I was sliding from babedom to bhabidom, I was starting to get very desperate because roles were drying up and everyone wanted me to keep on performing the same sad, unhappy, crying, sympathetic mother / Bhabhi. And I was getting quite sick of it. And I kept looking at myself and thinking, when I'm at the peak of my performing powers, is this what I want to do? And that's not what I wanted to do at all. So out of sheer desperation, frustration, anger, I started sort of writing a script. No idea where it's going to go, what's going to happen with it. I found a co-conspirator in my director, and she, not he, also came and started writing with me. And the 2 of us started writing. And we wrote the hell out of 10 drafts of a script, having the time of our lives. By the time we reached the 15th draft, someone showed interest in putting in the money. So we said, all right, fine, fantastic. Now we have somebody who's putting in the money, but who will actually produce the film. And there was nobody to produce the film. So I said, okay, well, I'll do it. So with no experience, I said, all right, I'll produce the film. So we came to Delhi, to Chandni Chowk, and shot this film. And we had the time of our lives. And it's a short 15-minute film. The lead character in the film is a woman called Vanita, who in the eyes of society has no advantage whatsoever. She's ugly, she's older than what's considered to be hot, her husband looks down upon her, she doesn't have any children to give her that social sanction, that authority within the family, and he's also having an affair, her husband. And so a woman like this, how does she fight back? How does she stick to her guns? What does she finally do with her life? Does she give up and just live the life of a loser? I think it's something that I learned from that character, and that character also came out of me, is that when you're put into a corner in your life, like I was, I created a short film along with my director, which is called Chutney, and it's India's most viewed short film ever, with 18 million views in 10 days. So I'm not a writer, I'm not a producer, except out of majboori, because nobody else was giving me the roles. However, I've realized that if you're put into a corner in your life, then that's not always such a bad thing. You might at first think that it's a bad thing because no one likes to be in a corner, but that corner forces you to go inside yourself and find something that you may not even know existed. And the second thing which I realized was that if you continue to look at yourself from the eyes of other people, if I keep looking at myself as Bhabhi or Babe or Beeji or whatever, then that's what I will be. But if I see myself the way I want to see myself, then the world opens up. Otherwise, I'd still be performing those sad, sympathetic, supporting roles. But thank you so much for listening to me, and do go and see Chutney when you can. Thank you.